who I have. Guys, I'm holding a snake. It's kind of cute. It's kind of growing on me. Okay, so spending time outside we know has many benefits, but it does put you in close proximity with maybe potentially dangerous wildlife. But here to walk us through how to identify, maybe dangerous, creepy crawlies, Adrian Martinez and Casey Sturgis with the Cy-Fair Fire Department. Thank you both for being here with us.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, we are handling who right now?
Her name is Velma. She's a albino Western hognose.
Okay, Velma, and then you have...
This is Freddie. He's also a Western hognose, but he is not an albino.
Okay, so what do we need to know about... These are non-venomous snakes.
Correct.
Okay, will we see these out in the wild?
You can.
Okay.
They're mainly native to like Western and Central Texas. You won't really see them in the Houston area. You will see Eastern hognoses, but not this species, the Western.
Okay, what is the saying that we were talking about? Like if we're out in the woods hiking...
So for coral snakes, a good way to identify coral snakes is red touch yellow, kill a fellow, red touch black, friend of Jack, but it's not 100% because there are aberrant versions of that species to where the colors won't match up. So our best advice is just to make sure that you leave any snake that you 100% can identify alone. Definitely don't try to kill it. A lot of people get bitten while trying to kill snakes.
Okay, so just leave it alone.
Exactly.
That's just
get away from it.
Live their little snaky lives.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I keep holding Velma?
Of course.
Okay, so now we're going to talk about who's this little guy in here? We have someone in here.
So this is a black widow.
This is a black widow, y'all. Yes.
So it has a shiny black abdomen with a red hourglass below. It's kind of hard to see. I don't know if y'all could zoom in.
Yeah, they're zooming in. Do they jump?
They do not jump. They can crawl pretty fast, but they don't jump. They're not aggressive.
They're not aggressive.
Not aggressive. They do get a bad rap, but generally, if you're bitten, it's not anything that's life-threatening.
Okay.
But we still recommend maybe go to the ER if you're experiencing severe pain, swelling, things like that.
Do they get bigger than that size?
They do. So I just caught her in Lake Somerville over the weekend, and she actually just laid an egg sac. So she was actually a lot plumper, but she just laid an egg sac, so she's a little on the skinny side right now.
Okay. All right.
And they usually like to hang out in dark debris piles, things like that. So just if you keep your yard trimmed and clean, most anything that we show you today is going to be easily identifiable, and you can just stay clear of it.
Stay clear of it, and teach your kids to also stay clear of it.
Yes.
Right? I mean, you don't want to be poking it.
Right. Definitely don't want to be picking up anything.
Picking up and poking at it. I know how kids
tap
have it,
near
though.
it or kind of rustle it before you reach your hand in or you pick anything up. That way, whatever it is, I'll be scared away in it.
Okay. Scorpions, as we can see a lot of scorpions in Texas.
Yes, so there are a lot of scorpions in our area, not really in the Houston area, but mainly like up north, Montgomery County, Sealy, the greater outlying Houston areas. And the species that we have in our area is called the striped bark scorpion. And this is how you could identify it. It's a kind of a light brown with stripes on its top.
And is that how big they get, or they can get bigger?
This is pretty much an adult size, yes.
Okay, and if you do get bitten by, bitten or stung?
Stung.
Okay, stung.
So yeah, if you get stung, it's usually not anything worse than a bee sting or an ant bite. It can be a little bit more painful.
Yeah.
But unless you're allergic, it's not really anything to go to the ER for.
Okay.
Unless you're having difficulty breathing, hives, signs and symptoms that suggest maybe a really bad allergic reaction.
Okay, and what about the other more common ones? We do have the fire ants in Texas.
So fire ants, bees, mosquitoes, ticks, things like that. You may get an uncomfortable sting, but it's really not life-threatening. The best thing you can do is always wear bug repellent. If you're going to be out in the deep woods or like long grass, you need to wear tall socks or long pants or long sleeves to kind of cover your skin and keep you protected. But bug repellent is a must. And if you're going out at dawn and dusk, that's when mosquitoes are most active.
Yeah.
And they do carry diseases too, especially ticks. The most important thing is Lyme disease you want to avoid. If you have a tick bite and it's like a bullseye pattern, that's concerning, so you would need to get treatment for that. But the best way is to just avoid it altogether.
Yes. Okay, again, if you are bitten or stung by any one of these guys, and you're just not sure, I mean, the best thing to do is maybe just go to
The best thing is to go to an
center.
OR, the ER, urgent care.
Yeah.
What are some of the symptoms that you might get if you do get, bitten by a
So
snake?
If you're bitten by a venomous snake, and it is a non-dry bite, which means that the snake did deliver some venom into you, you're going to have severe pain, swelling, bruising, and those are definitely signs and symptoms you want to look out for and go to the ER for. And treatment for that is anti-venom most of the time, and most ERs do carry anti-venom.
What about the theory that you can help someone by sucking the venom out?
That
does not work.
is
Okay.
completely, yeah. They make commercial devices to suck out venom and things
that
like
does
that,
not.
but those
Yeah, it
are
just doesn't.
Yeah, those actually do more harm than good.
Okay.
So you don't want to do ice packs, anything like
Right.
that. You don't want to try to suck the venom. You don't need to use a tourniquet. Just get to your nearest ER and they will help you out. And the most common snake you'll run across in Houston is really like a copperhead. And they come inside to find shelter, and it's the same. If you clear debris and keep things out of the way, you can avoid them. And if you get close enough to try to kill them, then you're close enough that they can bite you. So
and
it's best
strike.
just to leave them alone. If it's really a nuisance, you can call like a wildlife removal, and they'll come and help you.
Okay. These guys get a bad rap, huh?
They do.
do.
They
Just do a little
They're-
research, maybe. Give them a chance.
They're remarkable animals.
They
And
are.
They do an awesome job with our ecosystem. With
Maybe
rodent
we need
control.
them.
And,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, they're keeping rats. Cottonmouths love cicadas, so cicadas are annoying. So I think I would rather have the cottonmouth.
Yeah. And this gig, Owen didn't want to do this gig because he didn't want to hold a snake. And now he's far, far away.
No, I did say it's cute though.
This one's cute. They're both cute.
For you to hold.
The little spider's growing on me too. All right. Adrian, Casey, thank you so much for being here. I'm going to
You're welcome.
hand Velma back. Thank you, Velma. You've been so great. She's just the sweetest. All right. Thank you guys so much for the safety tips and really explaining, what these guys do for us.
No problem.
All right.
My pleasure.